My entitled gym-goer demanded I give up my equipment, snapping, "I don't like waiting, and I need it more than you." When I politely declined, he stood next to me, mocking, "Hurry up, you're wasting my time." His smug look disappeared when the gym manager walked over and said, "Actually, your membership is cancelled, because harassment isn't welcome here." I was at the gym last night, going through my usual routine. The place was packed, and I managed to snag the squat rack after waiting for a bit. Just as I was about to start my set, this guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, I need this rack." I looked around and saw that all the other racks were occupied. I replied, "Sorry, but I'm using it right now. There are other racks available." He scoffed and said, "I don't like waiting, and I need it more than you." I was taken aback but stood my ground. "I understand it's busy, but I just started. I'll be done in about 15 minutes. He stepped closer, invading my personal space. "Hurry up," he sneered. "You're wasting my time." I ignored him and continued my workout. He didn't leave. Instead, he stood there, arms crossed, tapping his foot, and muttering under his breath. Minutes passed, and just as I was finishing my second set, the gym manager, Lisa, approached. She was known for her no-nonsense attitude. "Is there a problem here?" Lisa asked, looking between us. Before I could respond, the guy said, "Yeah, there is. I've been waiting for this rack, and she's taking her sweet time." Lisa turned to me. "Is that true?" I shook my head. "I just started my workout, and he demanded I give up the equipment. When I declined, he began harassing me." Lisa's expression hardened as she turned back to the guy. "Sir, we have a strict policy against harassment. Your behavior is unacceptable." He opened his mouth to protest, but Lisa raised her hand, silencing him. "This isn't the first time we've had complaints about you intimidating other members. I'm going to have to ask you to leave." His face turned red. "Are you serious?" "Very," Lisa replied firmly. "Your membership is hereby cancelled. Harassment isn't welcome here." Murmurs spread throughout the gym as he stood there, stunned. Realizing he had no recourse, he grabbed his bag and stormed out, slamming the door behind him. Lisa turned to me, her expression softening. "I'm sorry you had to experience that. If you ever feel uncomfortable or threatened, please don't hesitate to let us know." I nodded, gratitude washing over me. "Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it." As she walked away, I felt a sense of relief and validation. The gym had always been a place of solace for me, and knowing that the management upheld a standard of respect and safety reaffirmed my commitment to my fitness journey. In the days that followed, I noticed a positive shift in the gym's atmosphere. Members seemed more considerate, and there was an unspoken understanding that respect was paramount. The incident served as a reminder that standing up against intimidation and harassment is crucial, and that there are allies who will support and enforce a culture of mutual respect. So a week passes. I'm back at the gym, same time, same routine. I'm thinking things have settled. The air feels lighter without that guy lurking around, breathing down people's necks. Everyone's friendly again. A couple of regulars even gave me a quiet thumbs up, like they saw what happened and were glad someone stood their ground. Then something weird happens. I'm midway through my leg day, same squat rack, music blasting in my ears, when I see a familiar face walking through the main doors. It's him. Same smug face, same overconfident walk. But this time, he's not wearing workout clothes. He's in jeans, a jacket, and carrying what looks like a clipboard. He makes a beeline for the front desk. I stop mid-rep, barbell resting on my shoulders, confused. I watch him point toward the gym floor, toward me. Lisa's not at the desk today. It's a younger girl, Jess, still kind of new. She looks confused but nods and picks up the phone. He's not supposed to be here. My heart starts racing, not out of fear, just confusion mixed with this rising sense of, what the hell is going on? I rack the weights and step down. He sees me. And he smirks. He walks right up and says, "Guess canceling me didn't work out for you, huh?" I blink. "You're not a member." I don't have to be, he says, holding up the clipboard like it's some kind of badge. I'm here doing a safety inspection. What? He goes on. Corporate hired a third-party company to review equipment safety and member behavior. Guess who got assigned this branch? I stare at him. He's lying. He has to be. But the way he's talking, it's like he believes it. Jess walks over, a little nervous, and says Lisa's on her way in. Great. In the meantime, he struts around the gym like he owns it, pretending to write notes. Talking to people, mostly the younger guys. I hear him ask one dude if he feels like the management's been biased lately. This guy is trying to stir up something. Lisa shows up 15 minutes later. She's not smiling. They talk in the office. I can't hear what's being said, but her expression goes from confused to pissed. He keeps holding up the clipboard, flipping pages like it means something. Eventually, she walks out first and heads straight toward me. We need to talk, she says. So we go to her office. She closes the door. Then she tells me what he's doing. Apparently, the company he mentioned? It does exist, but they do random checks only when asked. He wasn't on any schedule. He forged some kind of badge to get past Jess and lied about his position. But here's the kicker, he found a loophole. A clause buried deep in his membership contract. He technically hadn't been fully cancelled. He was on a pending review status due to a missing step in the process. Something about final confirmation from upper management, who was on vacation that week. So he still had access to the building. Barely. But enough to show up and cause trouble. Lisa is furious. She's already making calls. She assures me he's going to be gone for real by the end of the day. But now I feel uneasy. He came back, with fake paperwork, pretending to be some kind of authority. Who even does that? Lisa tells me to keep doing my workout and not to engage. I go back to the rack. But the rest of my set? My hands shake. I can feel his eyes on me the whole time. And I know this isn't over. I didn't go to the gym the next day. I needed to cool off, think. The fact that he'd gone that far, faking paperwork just to come back and mess with me, made something feel off. This wasn't just about a squat rack anymore. This was personal. When I did go back, 2 days later, everything seemed calm. Lisa told me he was officially banned now. The corporate office had sent a letter. He was flagged in their system across all branches. If he tried to enter again, police would be called. I felt better. A little. But something still sat heavy in the back of my head. Then weird stuff started happening. It began small. Someone messed with my gym bag. I'd left it in the locker room like I always do, but when I came back, the zipper was broken, and my deodorant was snapped in half. That's not something that just happens on accident, I told Lisa. She checked the cameras, but the locker room didn't have coverage inside for privacy reasons. No footage. A few days later, I went to the parking lot after my session and found my tire slashed. Not popped, sliced. Clean. Straight. Lisa let me check the outside cam footage. The angle didn't catch my car. Just the entrance. She called security, filed a report, but it didn't go anywhere. I started getting looks. A few of the newer guys at the gym, ones I'd never really spoken to, seemed colder. One straight up ignored me when I said hi. One day, I overheard 2 of them talking by the water fountain. One said, "She's the one who got him kicked out." It clicked. He'd been talking to people. That day with the fake clipboard? He wasn't just pretending to do a safety check. He'd been planting a narrative. Twisting what happened. Making it seem like I was the one causing problems. Like I went to management because I didn't like being corrected, or some nonsense like that. I kept my head down. Did my workouts. Went home. Then, a week later, I got a call at work. It was Lisa. Her voice was tight, low. "Hey, are you okay?" "Yeah?" "Why?" "You might want to check your Facebook page." I don't even use Facebook that much, but I logged in. And there it was. A brand new post from a burner account, tagged to a local community group. It had a photo of me at the gym, taken from behind. The caption was long, dramatic. Accused me of being toxic, of bullying a disabled veteran, of manipulating management to ban innocent members. It was full of lies. But it was clever, just vague enough that anyone reading wouldn't be sure who was telling the truth. And people were commenting. Lots of them. The guy had weaponized social media. Lisa saw it too. She was already on it, reporting it, messaging the group admin. But it had already spread. Screenshots were being shared. People from town started reaching out. A woman I hadn't spoken to in years messaged me. "Hey, is everything okay? I saw a weird post about you." I felt sick. This wasn't just petty gym drama anymore. This was a full-on smear campaign. Lisa told me the gym was doing its own investigation now. They were checking account records, access logs, even asking other members what they heard. She promised to take action. But I could tell even she was shaken by how far it had gone. That night I barely slept. The next day, I got a message from a private Instagram account. It was a video. Grainy, low quality, clearly recorded from behind a car window. It showed me getting out of my car, walking into the gym. The message underneath: "We see you." That's when I knew he wasn't just trying to embarrass me. He was trying to scare me. But I also realized something else. Whoever was helping him now, whoever he'd convinced to join in, some of them were still inside that gym. Watching me. Talking about me. He had people on the inside. This wasn't over. Not even close. I stopped going to the gym for a while. My body needed the break, but more than that, my mind needed peace. Every time I looked over my shoulder, I felt like someone was watching. Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't. But that feeling had settled in my chest and wasn't going away. I thought about quitting the gym altogether. But then I remembered something Lisa told me before I stopped going. Something she whispered like it was a secret. "He messed with the wrong one this time." That stuck with me. After a week, I came back, not to lift, just to watch. I sat in my car, parked across the street from the gym. Every day at 6 p.m., same time I used to work out. I watched who came and went. Watched who hung around in the parking lot too long. Watched who acted like they were waiting for someone. I noticed a guy, one of the ones who gave me a cold look before. He was always the last to leave. He didn't even work out that hard. Something about him felt off. I followed him home one night. I know how that sounds, but I needed to understand what was going on. He parked in a cheap complex, one town over. 15 minutes later, a familiar car pulled up. His car. The band guy. The fake inspector. The one who started all this. He got out with a box in his hands. Walked right into the same building. That's when I knew. They weren't just random gym buddies. They were working together. Probably recording me. Probably spreading lies. I drove back home with my hands shaking, my mind racing. The next day, I messaged Lisa. Told her what I saw. She told me to come in after hours. She was ready to end it too. So we set a plan. One night, when I knew they'd be there, I showed up again. Calm. Focused. I walked in like everything was fine. I worked out. Stuck to my usual sets. I could feel their eyes on me. Let them look. That's what I wanted. Meanwhile, Lisa was watching from the office, recording everything. She'd installed new security cams around the locker rooms and corners of the gym. She had proof now. Proof of them whispering about me, smirking while pulling out their phones to film me mid-set. Proof of them printing out fake notices and leaving them in lockers, including mine. She even caught one of them opening the staff room door with a stolen key. She called the police that night. But we weren't done. The next morning, I posted everything online. Screenshots. Photos. Videos. Names blurred, at first. Just enough to let the story breathe. Just enough for people to read, and get angry, and start guessing. And the internet did what it does best. It exploded. People demanded names. Someone figured out the burner account tied to the Facebook post. Someone else traced the fake inspection forms to a template from a website. Then the full story hit local news blogs. Fake gym inspector harasses woman after being banned for threats. It spread fast. His face. His name. Everywhere. The gym banned both of them permanently, this time with police orders. They lost access to every branch in the region. Lisa shared footage with corporate, and now there's a legal case forming. Trespassing. Harassment. Defamation. But I wasn't done yet. I sued. Defamation, harassment, invasion of privacy. Turns out, I had enough proof. His little video stunt, the one where he said, "We see you." That was the final nail. His lawyer tried to settle. I didn't accept. I wanted it public. I wanted it in court. He cried in front of the judge. Said he didn't mean it. Said it got out of control. Said I made him feel disrespected, and like he didn't belong. That's why he did it, he said. I didn't speak much during the trial. I didn't have to. The videos, the messages, the camera footage, those did all the talking. The judge ruled in my favor. He owed me damages. His accomplice? Charged separately for trespassing and theft. Community service fines banned from gyms for life. Both of them. I went back to the gym the next day. Really worked out this time. And I wasn't scared. I wasn't angry anymore either. Just tired. Because the truth is, this started with something stupid. A guy too full of himself to wait his turn. A girl too stubborn to back down. But when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I tried to play nice. He turned it into war. And in the end, he lost everything over one squat rack. So yeah, maybe I made mistakes too. Maybe I should have just walked away that first day. But if I had, he would have done it again. To someone else. Now? He won't.